Hey guys, Adam here again for another video. Today we're going to be turning these wheels, these Rotor P1Rs, into something that looks like this. What you'll need to get yourself is a bunch of sandpaper. I've just got this. Going to be using 80, 100, 240 and then some wet and dry to give it a bit of a final finish. Get yourself some gloves, masking tape, paint stripper with a brush, some rags, and just some general purpose cleaner to clean up your mess. First of all, get some spray, give it a bit of a wipe, and get all the dust off and make it all nice and clean. You know the gist. Now, with your tape all the way around, just make sure all the edges are down secure. You don't want any leaching through. It may leach through just a little bit, but just be very careful with it. What you want to do, make sure you're wearing your gloves, grab your paint stripper. I just got this from the auto parts store. Get your paintbrush and just evenly slap it on there. You want to have it on there pretty thick so it does its job. I'll go around and do it all and I'll show you what it looks like when it's peeling up. So now I've got it all on there. You can actually see it starting to peel the paint off. We want to just make sure don't get it on your fingers because it is corrosive. It will eat into your skin. Wear a mask too, or be in a well ventilated area because it is quite toxic. It is a carcinogenic, so it is quite hard to breathe in. But leave it for about 15 minutes and you should see it start to peel right off that paint. And we'll go from there. See what it looks like in about 15 minutes. So what you want to do now that it's pretty well peeling off is get yourself a rag and a scraper. We'll start with the rag. Give it a bit of a liberal wipe. Get right in there. You can start to see that it's all actually flaking off and peeling off. What we want to do is give it a good rub and try and get as much of that paint off as possible. We might have to get a bit more paint stripper on there once we've got the majority of it off, just to touch up those bits that didn't peel quite so well. But I'll get to this and I'll show you what it kind of looks like once all the loose stuff's off. So now we've done our first clean off. You can see there's still quite a bit of paint left on there, so I am going to give it another bit of paint stripper. What I've gone and done is I've used a bit of 80 grit sandpaper and just given a bit of a rough up to, one, try and get rid of some of that looser stuff, looser paint, and also just give it a bit of a rough up so the paint stripper can actually etch into the paint. Probably wise to do that on the first time. This rim, I didn't actually do that. I just sort of lagged it on. But now that I've given it a sand, hopefully it bites into it a bit better. And yeah, we'll get to it and I'll put a bit more paint stripper on it. Now the second layer of paint strip is all on there and it's actually peeling quite nicely. So I'm going to clean this all up again and see what we got left. Hopefully we'll just be able to sand the rest off and then we can begin the sanding process and making that barrel really nice and look really nice. So let's get to it. So now that the paint strip is all done, there is still a little bit of paint there, but I'm confident I can actually remove it with the sandpaper. And there's a bit of silicone here because there's a crack and I don't really want to take that out. Not too phased about these rims because they are pretty beat. I just wanted to make them look a bit nicer. So I'm just going to start sanding it down. I'm going to start with 240 grit sandpaper, get the rest of the paint off. Get the sand, any scratches. There's quite a few scratches in there. Any scratches off of it, and sand it down to sort of like a brushed finish, and then just do a light bit of metal polish over the top just to clean it up. So let's get to that. So now that all the paint's off, it's starting to look 100 times better than it was. Just ignore this lot up here. It's just a little bit of silicone because there's a crack up the top. I don't care too much about that because this room is pretty toast with gravel rash, gutter rash, and a few other things. So what I'm going to do now is I've just done a 120 grit sand. And then now I'm going to use 240 and then 400 and then just give it a light polish. Now that I've finished, I've actually gone ahead and done a 240 and then a 400, and then I just gave them a light bit of metal polish just to sort of clean it up a little bit. But now I've got them on the car, they look 100 times better than what they were, and they match the back of, you know, with the polished and silver on black. With the green, it looks really nice. So that's it. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one. See ya.